smash the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Blow really hard on it.
Because the cats like to walk all over my desk, and so it's just like
You got kitty
buttloads
litter
of.
in your key switches.
It's mostly just buttloads of hair, but yeah, some kitty litter, a lot of kitty litter too.
Get a compressed air, a can of compressed air, and then you can also use a very fine-toothed, like a fine bristled paintbrush, like one you use for, like small jobs. Um, that's what I use on my keyboard, especially if it has raised keys. Then you can use that
Yeah.
bristle brush to get underneath it.
Oh, I'm about to post a picture of this shit.
All right. Well, we're live. We're ready.
Hello. Hello.
That's a lot of hair.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome to another
So it all
night.
started back with them fucking Reapers.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, just kidding.
So, does anybody remember anything from the last session a month ago?
I remember
Oh,
everything,
dang.
Kyle.
We killed the bad guy.
We didn't kill shit.
Well, we made him.
We
go
ran it off.
Yeah, we
We
made him
killed
go
some
pussyfooting back to
minions.
his own dimension.
Her, mind you.
It was pretty hard to tell gender, for being honest. I thought I was gonna die.
Semantics.
Oh
It all
my
started
god.
when we were trying to figure out who's been watching us, recording our movements. Turns out it was some fucker named Justrin, hiding out in Red Larch, feeding information to Gar Shatterkeel, whom we had met before, and let him get away. Or we amicably parted ways, I guess. Maybe, after killing most of his cult.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. But we ended up leaving, heading back, found Justrin. Then we went on this massive chase, miles away from any
Bless you.
semblance of civilization underground, until we ended up fighting crabs, and aboleth, the Kuatoa, or minfish. Quipper Fight Club happened, of course.
Oh yeah, can't forget about Quipper Fight Club.
But ultimately, fighting our way through this waterlogged cave, we ended up finding Shatterkeel, performing a sort of ritual, and he ended up summoning in Olhydra, Princess, Water Elemental, Waterlord of Evil Water, finding Shatterkeel,
Quick question for the DM.
performing a sort of
What would
ritual,
have happened if we had
and he ended up
engaged in
summoning
battle
in
with Gar
Olhydra,
Shatterkill when we first met him?
Princess.
Say that one more time.
What would have happened if we had fought Gar Shatterkill when we first met him instead of just like parting amicably?
I mean,
Like, what if we
that's
what if we
not something
chose
I
to
can
fight
really
him?
answer.
Oh.
He would have gotten nuked.
I was about to say, like, would he have run, or like, would somebody else have had to summon Hydra, like, or would Hydra not have gotten summoned?
I mean,
Unless you
that's
can fuck around with some chronomancy, I guess we'll never know.
yeah.
I'm just out of sheer curiosity.
I mean, we could always dial back the clock if you want to know that badly. Go back to like episode 28?
I like my choices. But Shatterkeel did end up summoning Olhydra and was promptly squashed by her.
Squishy,
Leaving us to
squishy.
fight her directly. We did end up pushing her away. She performed some sort of tactical retreat. And I don't. Yeah, no, we were pretty banged up by the end of that fight, right?
Pretty banged up, yeah.
Yeah. Bruised and depleted. We were making our way out.
Mm-hmm. Um.
Very messy recap.
The spear, the trident responded to you. There was
I I would say it responded to me, but I can pick it up because of
Well,
my
you can pick
gloves.
it up. Yeah, that was well. That's how I explain it. That
Okay.
it didn't respond to us in a it didn't respond to you in a negative way like it responded to us. We were sent back to the beginning of this cave by a water bubble thing.
A little water teleport.
Yeah, that's that's about all I can remember.
Right. So now that I've had some time to think it through and prepare for it, and I think, oops, I fucked that up. It's 33, not 32, because I can't count. There we go. Got it. So, now that you guys are standing back at the stairwell from where you made your long, arduous journey through the tunnels, um, standing at the bottom of this, or at the stairwell, you hear the rushing of water begin to surge back through the entire, through the cavern system, and the pools beneath you slowly begin filling back up at a very slow pace. The only thing, oh, you can't see anything? Why didn't you say anything?
I don't know. Maybe it was intentional.
You have.
And did you zoom all the way out, Kaylee?
Yeah, I can't. The entire screen is black. Maybe if I refresh, maybe it's just on that side. Oh, now I can see, but I already hit the refresh button. Shit. That's gonna take a while. Come back.
Oops. Um, but the or the waterfall that kind of crested over the stairwell in the doorway into or from the cavern system that you exited from is still no longer flowing. And in it, where the waterfall once stood, you now see a separate doorway. So now there's two identical doorways. One you recognize, the one you exited from to enter the area you now know as the plunging torrents, and then a second one to the left. And this one is marked. And God dang it! Already, I can't even get in this shit. That's a timer. That way I can see how long I'm.
Who is that?
Oh, that's Kaylee.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
But yeah, so on this doorway that you can now see because the waterfall ain't there no more, is is some iconography that you recognize pretty quickly. That of the cult of the Christian wave.
Crushing wave. So it looks like an X.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed it do.
Well, well, well.
Dude's behind door number 2 and
Is it
crash
just
on the.
like a big stone door?
It is.
Explore. I would like to approach this door.
Huh. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
So, approaching this door, you get a with all of your armor being relatively waterlogged from the previous battle. What are you looking at me for? You don't like this voice? But
Oh my god.
you do feel a slight breeze coming
Oh,
through the
look, they
gaps
have
of the
so
door.
many points. I don't know. That's not. I don't know if that's really a lot. I have like 9,000. So
For me?
yeah.
Oh, make him do the male voice the entire session.
Hell yeah, brother.
But there is a slight breeze coming through underneath the seams of the doorway.
Where's mine? Oh, I'm not on yours one. Wow, you're lucky.
It's only 3
Or so
minutes at a
you're,
time. It won't be the whole session.
Oh, I have lots
do
of
I go
them.
knock?
9,000 points.
Can I try and open the door?
Go for it. You reach for the knob. You fondle the knob.
Fondle the knob
I don't have to
slowly,
fondle it.
gently.
Why can't I just open it? Why do I gotta fondle it?
Because the magical knob opens its.
Oh
it
my
says it wants to
God.
be fondled.
Oh, I have to tickle it first.
Yeah.
You tickle the pickle.
Tickle the pickle.
What was that?
You gotta cup the balls.
What was that noise?
Timer going off.
Oh.
That means I don't have to do it anymore. Haha! But
Hold on.
so you tickle its pick.
Aw. See, look at this. See? Oh shit. Oh damn.
You broke it.
No. I didn't.
Oh, damn it!
God dang it! Now I gotta do it.
I did it.
I gotta do it for 6 minutes now. Oh.
You have so many
Press
of
it.
them.
Press it.
I did. That's why he's gotta do it for 6 minutes.
But this is gonna be so hard. God!
Oh, make that 9 minutes.
But I have so many.
Holy crap! 12 minutes.
Okay, I'm done. No, I'm not.
Oh, 15 minutes.
Okay, so as you open the door, there's a strong breeze that
here you go.
is coming through this tunnel, and about 700 feet or so ascending the stairwell, you do see the glimmer of sunlight.
Oh, at last. How long have we been down here?
By your best judgment, you do assume that you have been down here for about a day, including the entire travel has probably been about a day and a half.
Oh Lord, sweet sunlight.
Weird.
I go
Don't
towards.
like-
I go towards the light.
So-
Someone who doesn't like the sun, I gotta
Hey,
say,
you didn't
it feels
take a
like it's been
drink.
a lot longer than that.
What the fuck? You didn't take a drink though.
I know what you mean, Boris.
Oh, what? Where's your water?
Hmm.
I don't have.
But if we can see sunlight, can we see the surrounding area as well?
This is just a straight stairwell.
Oh, okay. Well, once we get to the top.
Yes. So traveling for a few minutes
Okay.
and up the stairs, you crest out onto the top of the plateau. You can now see down into all of these crevices and caverns that you have been traveling through. The mist has long subsided. And you can see the pools of water that have been that you were sludging through before are now slowly beginning to fill back up. And looking down into where you had your battle with Miss El Hydra, you see the orb once again has reformed and is pushing or is pouring water out of it, but at a much slower pace.
Should we have done something about that orb?
Do it again? Hit it multiple times?
Sure, it'll be fine.
No?
It just resets it.
Oh, damn.
I'd imagine that orb somehow connected to this, and I'll hold out the trident.
So you can control that orb now?
I wouldn't go that far.
Trolls.
would I.
Strong words.
Nor would I want to do that in the first place. But I don't know, think of it as sort of a key almost.
Oh, better keep a safe hold on that.
Well, seeing as how I'm the only one that can really hold it for now, I think it'll be fine. Ah, does anyone know the direction of home?
Can we whistle for our griffins?
Try. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh,
My
lord.
apologies, I never learned how to whistle.
Apparently neither did Hira.
So,
Oh, murder face. Okay.
um, well, with those animal handling checks, it doesn't seem like anything heard you out in the distance, but you did get a mighty fine echo coming through the caverns, and looking down into it, you see one of the Hydra heads kind of like, huh?
Oh, that's a ride home right there.
Hard pass. Well,
I do what and what now?
suppose we start walking.
Pick a direction, I guess. I wish we had Wub. He's our ranger.
I'm pretty sure if we just head north, we should be fine.
You guys
I
can
always head north. That's a good call, Torn. Let's go.
you could give me a
North always
general.
heads home.
You can give me a general intelligence check or a nature check if you'd like to
We'd do a survival
ascertain
check.
survival. That would be the best. Yes, that's the proper one.
Okay.
So, are we
Oh.
actually outside now?
Yes.
Yes.
I just wasted my 20 on a freaking survival check.
You wasted your 20 getting us home.
Hira
Fours
just
would have gotten us home.
Hira just kind of looks around for a few minutes and then is like, that away.
Onwards.
I'm so tired.
What's that?
We could just go
Haha!
camp and
I don't
go
have to do
sleep
it
right
for.
now.
Dang it.
No, my feet.
Do you
My
want to
boots
piggyback?
I was walking.
Do you need a piggyback?
My boots are filled with water. They're sore.
Yeah, I could do with taking this armor
Making
off
dogs.
for a spell. Maybe before we head out, we set up camp.
Camp and dry out.
Yeah.
Zuya, as a bear, kind of shakes his head.
Good old day rest.
Shakes his head yes or no.
Yes.
Generally, shaking means no. Nodding means
Nod.
yes.
Yes. He nods.
I was about to say, why is he? What does he have against camping here? Damn.
But yeah, it is a beautiful, glorious sunlight that has that's warming you all the way to the bones.
Well, maybe once I get my armor off.
Perfect. I'll remove my cloak and shirt. Try them out.
Miraculously
And stay on, though.
unscathed.
Right. Hira's gonna strip down basically to her underwear. She doesn't give a shit. I think we went over this during bath time.
Yes, Hira is not modest.
No, she has no reason to be.
And Zuya shifts
I won't
back
say
to
modest.
his elf form.
Say lack of shame.
She's a paladin. She don't got time for this shit.
Horus is naked except for his helmet right now, standing almost directly in front of the fire.
Fuck you. Just kept on the helmet.
He's like,
And this is gonna be so hard. Oh god.
You still should be talking like Mayo.
I know I am. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be so hard. As once you guys eventually get your camp set up, a little dried out and you've gotten past the first hour of your rest, there is a slight glimmer that you see off in your peripheral about 50 yards or 50 feet away from you, and a figure appears standing at the crest of one of these plateaus.
Time to arm up, I guess.
Torin immediately recognizes him, and you know what? Fuck it. Torin, my boy, is this what this? Dang it! Freaking, we got so many of these.
I haven't forgotten.
You recognize Mitrier.
Yeah, I figured that's who that would be.
You just got
No.
That's your
Forrest
he's
with,
sounding like
with
Mayo, though.
everything hanging out. Hero with almost everything hanging out.
He quickly averts his gaze and he's like, when I felt this magical presence just surge in this area, I wasn't expecting you lot, and I definitely wasn't expecting this. He's just kind of looking around, just trying to avoid eye contact.
Boris is naked doing squats by the campfire, by the way. He still only has his helmet on.
Hera's just relaxing. She's not doing any weird shit like Boris.
Boris is getting his palm.
I need you 3 more. 3 more.
Well, I'll sit up and look at him. Is that really imagery, or is this some kind of image?
What was that?
Thank you, Lala, for the raid. I appreciate it.
Oh, it scared me.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know,
like,
right?
what is that?
Must be an image.
You scared me.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm here too. Oh, yeah, I am now because I was okay. I was like, I'm very confused because I had hers up and then now it's not.
So, as Mitrier kind of just is just looking around, he motions his Torin is just damn it, I give up. I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
I can't do this voice for this long.
But you still have like 9 more minutes to go. 10 minutes because you still have a minute left.
And I have two more times I can do it. I
No,
love you, Kyle.
please
So,
no.
Lala, now I can ask you real quick. Who are you drawing in your painting? Because I couldn't have your volume up because of So I didn't hear who it was. It was like a girl and some guy. Well, the first one was a guy and the second one was a girl. Anyway, sorry.
You're good. But as
Oh.
I lost my train of thought
Sorry.
because I'm going crazy.
I'll
voice.
type it.
What's Manchurian doing?
He's trying to talk to me. Or us, really. I'm interested in what he has to say.
Some of our let me do it in a deep gruff voice. Yeah. He kind of looks around and looks through the caverns a little bit and is looks at the party and is I was not expecting you guys whenever we heard whenever we saw the magical the surge of magical energy, it did not sound good, or did not feel good.
Didn't feel good to us either.
It's so funny. Okay. Because I spammed him with it.
And What happened?
You know,
To
same
what?
old, same old. Cults being cults, summoning things they shouldn't be summoning.
Cult summoned some princess of
Demonic
one
babies.
from another dimension.
Sorry.
We drove her off.
Barely.
Almost cost some of us our lives.
Ah,
The old Hydra.
wait, what?
Hmm. You heard me right.
Torn there has a souvenir.
That I do. I'll pull out the trident.
He's gonna immediately apparate in front of you and like begin examining it.
Wait, we established
If
is
I
is
were
this
you.
actually him or is this just an image?
You do see a little you do see him as slightly translucent.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oops.
There it is. All of its, well, I won't call it glory, but it is what it is, I guess.
Oh,
Would you mind bringing that back to me? To at least let me examine it because, and he's gonna kind of, the image is gonna glance at your hand and see
I'm pretty sure you have a minute left. What are you doing?
he's gonna kind of glance at your hand and see the veins of your hands kind of beginning to turn a darker, richer blue. He's
Mm.
He's lost his touch, Hannah. That's why. Duh.
Would I have noticed that on myself?
as you were airing out your clothes. Yes, you would have noticed.
Should I be doing this?
Gotcha.
I forget.
Discord.
Yeah,
Well,
this one. Right? Oh.
I suppose I could drop by. What's in it for me? This isn't just some shrinky dink magical trident.
Oh, I know.
It's a big trident.
If
I'd go as far as to say this contains the essence of old Hydra herself.
I would go as far to agree with you. Really? I would go as far to as to agree with that myself. And no worries, I have no intentions of making you part with it. And even if I wanted to, I don't think I could.
Well, sure. I
But
suppose we could stop by.
if I'm laughing because Kristen's dying over here. if we if you do bring it by, we may be able to at least examine it, and if you so wish, we could probably help you part with it. But I'm not so sure because this is a little outside of even my purview.
I'd hate to drag my companions here back to Waterdeep. It seems we just left. If that's agreeable, I'll turn and look back to the camp crew.
At this point, Wub will kind of pipe up and say, "I do want to go back to Red Larch for a moment, for at least to drop me off."
Any objections?
I don't know what to do with
I
that
would like
trident.
to get back.
Follow your lead. I just know Nimbus kind of had a claim on it.
Had a claim. Nimbus can have it, but he can touch it. I've got no problem with that.
Fair enough.
But I suppose we can drop off Wub back at Red Larch. I'm sure he's eager to check on his orphanage. Then once we have that
Ah,
taken care of,
shit.
I suppose we could rest for a day and then make our way back to my home. Agreeable?
There is no rush. Take as much time as you wish.
Hmm. I'll take a look at my skin. Probably sooner rather than later. Hmm. All right.
Don't wait.
Before you disappear, Mitchell, is there anything you could help us to get back to Red Larch, perhaps? At least point us in the right direction, make sure we're going in the right way.
Wow, yes. And he's going to gesture to one of your satchels on your side. Remember that stone that I gave you?
Stone.
It
I'll
had
rifle through my pouch.
and pulling out the or pulling what or the stone that he gave you before you left the last time. You recognize a sigil on it that allows you to or that you quickly recognize as a teleportation stone. And he's going to wave his hand over and the sigil on it is going to begin to glow. And the 5 of you
Yeah.
that are left, or the 4 of you that are here, but it's technically 7. Wait, 5. I can't count. 6.
Over.
Find yourself
Yeah, stretch though. Where?
back in the center of town of Red Larch.
Sure, kind of dissipated. Or did he come with us?
We died. What?
Mhm.
Wait, did I miss it? When?
Kyle?
So, Mitrier did the what you recognize as the image of him
Mhm.
did come with.
Oh. Well, I suppose it's good to have acquaintances in high places.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be able to use this soon enough.
Hmm. Okay. Well, thank you, Mature. I expect you'll be seeing me rather shortly.
Yes, and as you begin to gain your bearings back, your armor's been placed back on you. You know, Boris is now in the middle of the street doing squats, but fully armored. Um,
Oh, okay. I was
Oh,
about to
I'm
say,
wearing
he's still
clothes
naked.
now.
um,
Magically got those put back on, huh?
so as you stand in the middle of the street, you see that there's a lot more hustle and bustle in the city than there was prior to you leaving. There is several new faces, new shops that have been opening up um, throughout the town, um, and several new flyers, especially on the front of the Swinging Sword Inn. Uh, Advertising a new attraction um, for the Winter Solstice Festival. and the entire town seems to have this more
I think Boris has an attraction for that.
ooh woo. There's a there's different candelabras hanging through all of the different buildings. Some have been enchanted with different or made enchanted or made with different waxes that have made their embers or their flames glow different colors, various colors. There's and there's a slight dusting of a cold or there's a slight cold breeze that's being blown throughout the town, um, almost beckoning that winter is coming.
Starting to feel like home.
I'll tighten up my coat.
Yes, Lala, waxes.
Wax
even
on.
even with you pulling your cloak around you, you do still or feel the stinging breeze, um, and the chill in the air. But you guys are in Red Larch as you kind of or as you're kind of taking in the scenery. A drum makes his exit off or asking for a few extra days worth of rest. He's not feeling himself, and Wub has a new kind of light in his eyes, and he's says his goodbyes and takes off down towards the orphanage, leaving the four of you. Well, plus Nimbus, but you know, in the street. What would you guys be or like to do?
Go in the inn, take a nice bath.
A meal would be nice.
Food in a
I'm gonna
bath
shit on
sounds nice.
Murderface. I gotta go back to my room, guys.
Ugh. I don't know why you insist on keeping that thing around.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's a little sweetie.
Well, his parents certainly weren't.
They were, but that doesn't mean he has to be bad.
And as you say this name,
That's
Boris,
clear.
there's a large like some of the townsfolk begin to kind of separate and to allow passage of what you now see as a full grown manticore
Oh, hey, buddy.
charging
They've been
at
gone
you.
like a week.
Yeah.
They
They've been gone that
grow
long?
fast.
They get real big.
What the heck?
I kneel. I'm like kneeling down and all happy to see him.
No.
No one can see under my armor, but I got a big smile.
And he tackles you.
Boris, how
Got
much
tackled
food
by
did
a
you
dog.
leave him?
Oh, lots of bodies. I mean, lots of meat. Lots of meat to be fed.
Meat.
Yeah, he ate well.
I see that.
He's like the town pet now.
Ugh.
And
The whole
you do
town's been feeding him.
you do see like as or even though some of the adult uh townsfolk are still a little skittish of this manticore with the human-like face. Um, the children have taken quite a liking to him, and as like you're wrestling with him a little bit, they kind of run over and pull on his hair a little bit, pet him and all that.
These kids
Egging
are
him
about to
on.
grow up not being scared of shit.
Mm.
I'm so happy to see him. Oh my god.
I'll keep a healthy distance.
Ryra
quite-
or Hero will as well.
I'm not quite sure if he remembers me or not.
After
He does.
after rolling around with
Oh yeah.
Boris for a moment, he does look up, and with like a puppy like pant, he's looking at the rest of you, and flies or opens his wings and takes off towards Torin.
Oh, as a reaction, I'd like to cast shield.
Ah!
Oh god, that's big.
Oh, that's a very disturbing
jeez.
image.
Yeah, do you want to
Murder face.
here, let me show you what the Manicore actually looks like.
Oh god. Oh god.
Orin's getting
I'm
tackled.
scared. You know, it kind of reminds me of a Leo, but like scary and with wings.
There's no getting around that.
It's like an ugly cat. You know, like the not skinless, hairless
Yeah.
cats.
Well, I don't.
Looks like
I
that
don't
except
think
uglier.
Boris will be needing a griffin anymore.
Oh god, that's what she said.
And you are covered in Manticore saliva as it just
Ew.
kind of, licks your entire face in one giant wah.
Is it
Air.
leave ooze? Oozy?
Oh, he
Oozy
loves
slime?
So he starts
Ew.
laughing his ass off.
I take it he doesn't remember me. Ugh,
The
that's
memories
good.
at work.
Boris, could you please recall your
you. Murderface,
friend?
come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Hold on, I got you.
It once again unfurls its wings and flies and takes
I
up,
wrestle him around in there. Oh,
There you
oh,
go.
he's taking off. Oh,
and he perches himself above. And he perches himself above the swinging sword inn, and what you see as a nest has been
Will
formed
it?
up there.
oh, he's been
Mine just gets bigger. I don't understand. I'm doing it wrong.
good.
My
Next.
laughing goes inward.
Hmm,
Oh,
I'm
what
so
that
happy
means.
to see Murderface.
wonder if manticores lay eggs.
They typically do.
Oh,
Do they?
it seems I've answered my own question.
Are they really big?
They're little tiny eggs. That's
Oh.
weird though.
Kyle is
But
so
hundreds,
disappointed.
but hundreds of them.
Oh, this just gets worse.
But you don't have to worry about that because you as he flies away, you do see some massive nads. This one
I'm
can't lay
content in
eggs.
the knowledge that I eliminated the local population, or at least the rest of it. Y'all remember that? Torn was mad.
Yeah, we took care of everyone else, but
Murderface survived. The
yeah,
bully
he's just a
who
little
lived.
baby. Yeah, he was worth it.
I'm sassy.
Mm.
If you can laugh your ass off, can you laugh my
Well.
friends too?
Hera, if I didn't need a bath before, I need
Oh
one now.
god.
I'll
I
wipe
laugh
that
your dick off. Sorry.
manticore saliva off my face.
I'm thinking bath first, then food, then a nice nap.
That sounds divine. You see what I did there?
I got you.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So, but as you enter the
Oh, I can't.
as you enter back into the, you're having so much fun right now.
I just laugh a lot. I'm sorry.
You're more entertained by her than you are with us, Kyle. Come
Damn
on.
it, Kyle. What the
I-
hell?
Because she's laughing at my chat.
Yeah, she knows.
But as you guys thank you. God damn. Ah, I need to get rid of that.
No, you don't. I'm gonna need one that says Dobby on it, and I need you to speak
Kyle, I love
like.
you,
Oh, he loves you.
but
Oh,
he
he
hates
loves
me.
you so much.
Just for that, I'm gonna speak in
That's how it's
Dobby's
supposed
voice.
to be, bitch. He's supposed to be happy.
So
If he's happy, I'm not doing it right.
if you or as you walk back into the
No,
tavern,
no, 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 no.
Oh, here.
as you walk back into the tavern, you are greeted with the hustle and bustle of a now with a new ambiance inside of the Swinging Sword Inn.
Yeah.
Calicia has
Shit.
set up a large fern tree over off to the side of her bar, and where the stage once stood, where the performers would or any kind of traveling performers could come in to stay or play. There is now a large sleigh with a harness the size of Murderface stationed or in it, advertising free sleigh rides for children.
That's adorable.
I'm glad Murphy's is giving sleigh rides.
And as you guys begin, making your way through the establishment and make your way to the front counter, Calissa makes glances at the lot of you, and then seeing the now dripping with saliva Torin in the back, she runs up and wraps her arms around him. Is that the sound you give her?
Sound I give her in the hands up away from her.
And as she gets close, she does smell the manicore and the nasty putrid smell of the what were in the fish in the torrents down in the torrents, and she's like, she kind of steps back and like, I'll get you back on that one. You know where the baths are.
Aye.
I'm heading to the bath for sure.
I think I'm
Promptly
heading back too.
following the two of them.
Okay, so after a quick quick bathe,
It's not quick. Right here is taking her time.
Yeah, there's nothing quick going on right now.
warm water, it feels good.
Yeah, we've been cold and wet and beat up.
Oh, yeah. Wet and beat up.
Need to find the Red Larch Spa.
Yeah.
Boris, a spa day for you would be interesting.
Yeah, spa day with Boris. Let's go.
You would have to remove your helmet, though.
I mean, okay. Okay, I guess.
Wait, is Boris taking a bath with his helmet on?
Ooh.
Do you not
Yeah.
wash your hair
Well,
or
I
your
mean,
face? You tell me
you
blood doesn't
don't-
get through the slits in that helmet?
That's where the good stuff is.
Oh my god.
He drinks it.
Right. So Boris is rank. Got it. He's gonna meet the helmet.
I take care of myself, but I
Of
don't
course.
I don't let people see what's going on under there generally.
Turn around. Sorry, I'll close my eyes.
I wouldn't trust her. She's too curious.
Listen, I take my oath seriously.
All right.
But after a long and enjoyable bath, you guys are able to make your way back out into the or dress yourself and make your way back out into the foyer of the inn and sit down and what seems to be your usual booth now, and quickly comes out with a whole platter of food, ale, water. Um,
Looking at the water, I start having traumatic flashbacks.
she's going to have a sudden look of panic on her face, and she's going to look over at Torin and is like, did I do something?
Nah, nah. Just a rough couple of days,
Should I take this?
probably.
She's gonna quickly take up the tankard and kind of hustle back and like, no water for Hera. Got it. But you do find or have a much more okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You do have a much more of a healthier platter than you've seen in this establishment before. There's grilled and broiled meats, some steamed vegetables, and even some fruits that seem to have just been gone in or
What?
come into season.
Some warm wet to my bed.
Thanks, Tom.
Tom, I think that's a little I'm kind of scared. What's warm? Why is it warm and wet? Is it warm water? Or is
But,
it warm other stuff?
The
He said it.
and you do find or are able to get a healthy meal.
I'm not wasting any time chowing down.
Okay. And
Fuck
just
my refined nature. I'm hungry.
And just as a note for you, Torin, as you were bathing and as you were eating, you're seeing inch by inch the bluish veins kind of creep further and further up your arm. And on the palm of your hand is starting to feel almost rough and calloused. And looking down at like while you were bathing, you look down into the water and you see a barnacle,
Is this
which
a
you're
public bath?
quickly able to pull
Alarming.
off.
Hmm.
But as you guys were sitting and eating, feel free to converse, make a plan of what we're going to do next.
Again, I would hate to drag you lot back to Waterdeep. You don't have to come, but I'm sure you've noticed. I'll hold up my hand and show off my skin. Something is happening.
Damn it, Lala, get your mind out of the gutter.
Our mind's always in the gutter.
Right.
What if
Personally, I've never
something-
seen anything like this before.
What if something
But
happens
now you can
to
talk
you and
freely.
you can't make it there
Oh.
to figure it out? I
Yeah,
think we should
just
Now
make
I
sure
can
you
talk
get that.
freely.
to make sure you get there is
What?
probably the
Do it
best
now?
bet.
Or is it already on?
It's already
Confused. Oh.
If you'd like to
Yeah, we should-
babysit me, that's fine. More of the
I don't
merrier.
know if
Nah, I
babysitting
don't
you
wanna
is the
talk.
word I would use, but
Now
I wouldn't be
don't want
opposed.
to.
Just giving
So
you
the
the option.
Dubby thing. Dobby thing.
Dobby.
That's what you're
And
gonna
I did
do.
promise Mitchir that I would make
I
an
told
appearance.
people's bold of you to assume you can tell me what to do. Exactly. Exactly.
But-
He thinks he can do it, but he can't.
That's my plan of action.
I try to, but then I
Harold,
just
Anyone
end up
has
sleeping
anything
under the
else?
stairs.
Please tell us.
I'll send you a
Aaron
picture of his
Forrest, what
bed
do you think?
later.
Well, I
Wow.
would say let's go. Let's go.
It
get
also has
your,
hand
taken care of, or
Yeah,
look
I
at
feel like
least.
that's the most
luggage
Kind of-
and a
kind of
backpack. That's what he
important.
puts his head on. He doesn't even get a pillow.
I mean, the other option you wouldn't
okay,
want,
though.
and honestly, I wouldn't want to do it to you as a friend.
And probably gonna go to bed soon.
Good.
As you should.
Seems we have a plan.
Exactly.
Fix me. Is it getting colder? By the way, or is that just me?
It's so cold.
Oh, it is getting
So
colder.
cold.
Oh, good. Thought I was losing my mind.
Are you deafened again? Or you're not? Oh. This is
Well,
deafened.
we know what we want to do. We just have to figure out when we want to do it.
Oh.
Probably as soon as possible if this thing is getting worse.
Where's your master chick?
Hmm. For all we know, it could just be superficial, which is unfortunate, but not detrimental by any means.
Be right back. Going to get food. Wait.
And I'm sure that if we need anything from Red Larch, we could easily find it in Waterdeep as well.
Yeah, so let's go there soon. Maybe go Griffin and get there as fast as we can.
Fingers crossed.
Damn.
Oh, Suya,
I
I don't
wonder
take it you've ever been to Waterdeep before, have you?
No, I have not.
Hmm.
It's a great place.
Well, for some, it's an interesting place, for sure. I'm sure they don't see many of your talents. Just a heads up.
I'll try to blend in.
turn into a dog.
Well, I take it we get a night's rest. Hopefully, I'm not completely blue in the morning. We can be on our way.
Hopefully, you're not a lobster in the morning, is what you're saying.
Fingers crossed. I've never had much of a
Don't do-
penchant for polymorph. Having it forced on me can be kind of frightening.
I say we go no sleep and just go and take care of you. But because what happens if we wake up and you're a lobster, dude? Well, you know,
I'm just saying. I haven't exactly had time to prepare any new spells or anything of
There,
that nature.
there is a way around that. We can take shifts watching him.
I I truly don't feel it's that serious.
But it could be.
you think it's just like a little skin condition? Think you're just gonna like
For now,
What's the skin condition?
get some
Huh?
scales or something?
Eczema.
Or
I
think
know
it's
that's
just
a skin
veins.
condition.
scales and barnacles.
scales
Okay.
and barnacles?
You're gonna get a claw hand like Gar.
Hmm?
Or-
Who has one?
Torn.
I would hope
Oh, that's
not.
what I'm
That would
asking.
really mess
Yeah,
up
but
with
it's
my
I know what
not-
it
schematic
is.
components.
Yeah, it's not a. Yeah,
Mm.
it's actually a curse.
Well, if
Oh.
you die, I do know the spell.
He
resets
touched-
that.
Bitch!
He
Anymore.
touched a cursed trident.
Ooh, was it really
I
big?
envy your confidence.
Yeah, it's as tall as he
Mira.
is.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just a
Just
simple 8 hours.
pretty skinny though, but it's
Oh.
got 3 prongs on it, so you
all
know.
that.
That
I
doesn't
I
sound
only
like a
need
good
4.
time.
Impressive. Not everyone's as resilient as an elf, though. I mean, if you'd like, you could watch over me
What? They work? They work?
Yeah, we're
for 4
Are they
hours.
working
if you'd
right
like,
now?
Suya.
yeah, it worked. They're muted,
Oh.
or
That
we're
would
muted in
I
Discord,
keep
so they can't
waking
hear
up
us, though,
better.
but the stream can
But
hear us.
Lala, I'll be back
I could
Friday.
take my 4-hour rest
or Thursday
and
or
then
Friday. Friday,
in
probably,
after that
to
and
stream.
make sure just in
Possibly.
case. And if something starts
When my desk
changing,
comes in on
gets
Thursday.
serious, I can wake you and
So,
we can go from there.
it was skinny
sounds fun.
fun. It's skinnier than me. Skinny
Any
legend.
objections?
What'd you say?
Yes.
I was asking if there were any objections.
Nope.
Excellent. Well, if you'll excuse me, I am feeling quite exhausted.
think we all are.
Yeah. So I'll make my way up to room number 1.
Got it.
I'm room. Am I room 3?
I
Yes.
thought was I in 2?
Yes. Because 2 had the tree
Yeah, the
immediately
tree,
after
yeah.
outside of it, and the room number 3 across the way had the view of the All Faith Shrine.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
number 1 was the one all the way in the back, and then if I remember right, Boris was number 7. Lucky number 7.
Yeah, 4 and 7,
You're
good
regretting
sacred
being on
numbers.
here.
But making your way through the tightening crowd as it gets later into the evening, you are easily able to get up to your rooms and get a uneventful night of rest. So go ahead and mark a long rest on your character sheets. Reallocate any spells if you wish. Bring your health points up. And at this point, I would also like to welcome you all to level 10.
Yay.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Very nice.
Yeah, you thought I forgot after the big boss battle, huh? Yeah.
I just figured we hadn't done enough yet.
Oh no, you did plenty. I was just waiting for a long rest.
I get the aura of courage.
I get to turn into an elemental.
I mean, if y'all are within 10 feet of me,
Alchematic.
you can't be frightened as long as I am conscious. So stay close, friends. You got all kinds of buffs.
Sleep means you're unconscious. Aha! Fear of the night.
Shit.
What'd you say, Eric?
I said how thematic.
No.
What do I get? Empowered evocation.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Ooh, I got 2 more maneuvers.
That could be incredibly damaging.
And I think,
These hurt my ears.
yeah, I know. That's why I don't like them either.
Oh, yeah, max hit dice. Here we
Nice.
go.
Let's see.
What do you hit to get hit dice again?
In your character sheet, underneath all your hit points, there's one where it says hit dice.
Oh, I've got.
I do not see that for some reason. Oh, on when you're on the builder or on the
Oh,
just
yeah,
on the
that's fine.
sheet.
I don't use the builder, so I don't know.
Oh.
Cool. So now I can just add my intelligence modifier to any wizard evocation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that just to one specific spell, or if I roll multiple dice, is that just intelligence modifier to one of those dice? Because it says to one damage roll.
I am checking.
That's interesting.
I believe.
Multiple dice could be a bit much.
Let's see. Uh what's it called?
Empowered evocation.
Empowered.
Yes.
That's not right.
Okay, so it's just adding my ints to the total spell. So if I
Right.
do a firebolt, it's 2d10 plus 5. Fireball, 8d6 plus 5.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, that's not right.
What's not right?
That character sheet doesn't have my updated info, so I gotta re-roll.
On your Which character sheet? The D&D Beyond or the Roll 20?
No, the roll 20.
Oh yeah, none of y'all's character sheet are up to date on Roll 20.
Yeah. Well, isn't that
Mine
how you
is.
rolled?
Hmm.
Nate.
Yeah,
Mine
that's
is
how
up-to-date.
Kaylee rolled.
Yeah, I never used the character builder or anything. I do my own sheet.
Yeah, you can edit. You can change it all personally yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the character builder.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I don't because I use D&D Beyond. I haven't been using it. Yeah.
Ooh, I get 2 new spells.
I thought there was a way to roll for hit points on
I forget. Does
D&D Beyond.
5e do like every 2 levels or 4 levels? You get like a something.
You every 4 levels you get an ASI, and you get um, it's 2 points into it, or in you get 2 points to use, and you can put that in one, both points into one ability score, or you can put 1 point into two.
And that's every 4 levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's just health for me, really, and Aura of Courage.
And let's see. Let's see. I already did resilient. Scrolling through. Go ahead and add a second taking of the resilient feat.
Wait, that was for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Resilient.
You know what?
The
Scratch that.
scratch.
I'll be nice. Add the lucky feat.
Ooh. Hold on, I promised you guys a big bubble, but hold on.
Aw,
Aww. I like number 7 was my favorite for the longest time.
what a weird way to hold your cat.
I won't be nice no matter what. You do.
And
Okay.
Eric, I also do want to say, along with this new level, and when you're building your spell list, as long as you are attuned with this trident, you can add an additional +2 to any spells with the water descriptor.
Hey. As long as I'm attuned. You got it.
So if you decide later to take it off and not use it anymore, that will go away.
Surely this will have no long-lasting ramifications.
Surely.
And nothing can go wrong.
But the night passes relatively uneventful for all of you. Sleep comes easy. there is a slight there's a random, noises coming up from, or and sounds and music coming up from the or from the tavern below, as the townsfolk are starting to make an early start to the celebration of the winter solstice. You, as you're drifting off, you do hear several of the town folks beginning to plan for the things that they're beginning to do, or that they're going to be doing over the next coming, or a couple weeks, or the kind of things that they're planning on buying for their family members. You do hear one rather loud and obnoxious drunkard professing his love for Calicia, and a loud, boisterous laughter coming from her down underneath. And as you guys drift off into sleep, you awaken to a bright and chilly day. The fires, or the hearths, have been lit at some point in the night for all of you. So if you are opening the windows into the morning, there is a cold bite to the air, but the room is warm and comfortable. And what would you guys like to do with your day?
How's my skin looking?
The
Look at Torin's hand.
the barnacle never grew back.
That's good.
However, there is a new one on the top of your hand.
That's not good.
And there is the veins that are in the night before you went to sleep, sat below your elbow, is now just above your elbow, starting to mingle into the tattoos that you have. And they actually seem to be bending and shaping themselves into the tattoos.
Hmm. Well, that's just not good at all. Let me get myself equipped, grab the trident, and head downstairs.
As you grasp your long rod, it begins. I'm sorry, I had to. The whispers return.
Hmm. Can I make anything out from these whispers?
At this point, it's still. It seems more like you're in a large crowd.
Ooh, weird. Got it.
Several dissonant voices that are kind of mingling over each other to a point where any kind of actual words or phrases are discernible.
You got it. Hmm.
Boris, you awaken to out, or looking out of your window, you see a large manicore tail kind of dangling in front of your window.
I'm gonna reach out and give his tail a little tug.
He kind of grumbles a little bit, and then just kind of pulls it back just a little bit, and then just lets it drape again, and you hear a loud snore.
Oh, he's sleeping up there. All right. I guess I better go grab some meat and organize my stuff, get all my things together.
All right.
Do a little meditation and think about
There you go.
think about the glorious kills we've had over the past and
My shoes back on. Wow.
the murders that we'll bring in the
I
future.
really need to dry
and
the
hope
clothes.
that Torrin's okay.
Don't forget to dry them. Don't forget to turn them back on.
But in the process of that, I'm suiting up and putting my armor on and making sure everything's all right.
Torin sitting in the booth, patiently waiting.
Eventually, you'll see Boris make his way down.
And
Armed to the teeth.
as Hira awakens, you do find a letter on your nightstand, and it is sealed in wax with the icon or the symbol of Tyr.
Oh shit! I'm gonna open it.
Inside is a very scathing letter
What?
from Tadriel,
What the fuck did I do?
accusing you of the disappearance of Tyr.
She told me, dude. I literally asked her about tears. She said that it was fine and that he wasn't gone. Kira's gonna start fucking panicking. Like you told, because Tadriel told her everything was fine.
And as Zuya brings himself out of his trance, he sees a snow white owl outside of his window. As you kind of come to and make eye contact with it, it hoots at you slightly and then flies away in the direction you know all too well. But this is where you all make your way back down, or get suited up, armored up, and make your way back down. And before you even sit down, Torin, Calicia is up and bright-eyed, ready for the new day, and has already brought a fresh breakfast with eggs, some sliced and boiled potatoes, toast, all new and wonderful aromas that, haven't been inside of the Swinging Sword Inn for several months until you guys came through.
Hira's actually she's gonna look a lot less put together than she normally does, and she's gonna kind of scramble down in a panic, snatch some food, and head out the door immediately to go to the what you call it,
All Faith's Shrine.
All Faith Shrine. Yeah.
What direction was this that I'm supposed to recognize?
Back to your circle.
Okay.
Almost like a someone checking in.
Yeah.
So that leaves Torin, Boris, and Zuya enjoying a full and hearty breakfast. And as Calicia sees that that Hira has taken off, she's kind of glances at Torin to make sure that everything's okay, and then sets a mug of
As if Torn would know.
coffee down for each of you, and also some water.
I'm fine
Here,
with the
head up.
water.
If Hera had a plate, Boris is going to be picking off whatever was left on it. No, she ran off. Some strips of the meat or whatever.
Hmm. Well, Hera, you look troubled.
Oh, here's gone.
Oh, you left.
Yeah, she literally like basically ran down the stairs, like grabbed some toast and just booked it out the door
Yeah, she
without a
grabbed
word
some
to
toast
anybody.
and left, and that's why I'm eating off her plate because
Yeah,
I'm like,
she's long gone. She didn't even say anything. She just looked
I'm
like
reaching over
really
and
panic
I'm
stricken.
I'm picking off any like strips of bacon or something, you know, or the equivalent.
Pocket bacon. But you guys are sitting in a decent vantage point of the exit, and you do see her make a sharp turn towards the south of town. And you can kind of easily assume that she went to the All Faiths Shrine, her usual place of going to in panic.
This ain't the first time.
That's a regular thing for you to panic.
No, not. I think it's only happened like once before.
Well, I suppose we can put my condition on hold.
Faith that makes her panic. Mine makes me murder people.
That is interesting, Boris. An
Says a lot.
interesting faith. I don't understand it, but I can respect it.
It's the circle of life.
Peanut brittle Reese's.
Should we check up on her?
Yeah, we probably should.
If a Drum were here, he'd already be all over that.
We probably would have followed you out.
Like a puppy nipping at the heels of its master.
Ooh woo.
Oh no, there it is.
But the three of you
We
are
would've been
able to eat
smelling the letter to see who wrote it. Sorry.
have a nice breakfast, and you do venture out into the All Faith Shrine, where you see Hera at the shrine, praying fervently to no avail. Hera, the only thing you hear is the voices of your companions coming up behind you.
Uh,
That's not the voices of her companions.
that's somebody who's on voice activity.
Mm-hmm. This chair is old.
All
Oh,
right.
it was the
Blame it on the chair.
chair. Okay.
Yep, always.
Of course.
Yeah, you got a witness, huh?
Yes, Kristen.
Sure, he left.
Oh. Shit.
I hear anybody listening?
She doesn't respond to you. She just keeps praying.
Take that as a no. Should we just stand around and listen, or?
As you stand and listen, Torin, that whispering grows a little bit clearer. And it's telling you to stab, to kill, maim,
merely suggestions, though, right?
Seemingly.
Seemingly. Hmm. I'll tuck them away for now.
That's alarming.
Hmm. Well, at least I have voices in my head.
Ooh.
Woo! You know I'm an evocation wizard because that was a burn.
Ha!
Got him.
But no, I'll take a step outside. I don't feel comfortable with those whispers at the moment.
They grow once again dissonant.
As I step away from the all-faith shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
All faiths, even mine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So better pay my homage.
So after a few minutes of praying, Hira, and hearing nothing, what do you do?
Probably keep praying for a while and then before I'd kind of give up and probably just sit there with my head in my hands.
So Boris is the one that stays in, and Zulia, sorry. So you do two, or the two of you notice this kind of uh the stages of depression wash over Hira.
Just because there is no response does not mean there is no answer.
She looks like your words just made her feel 10 times worse.
Over at the Shrine of Merkel, you see Boris reach into one of his bags on his belt and pull out a severed hand from one of our earlier adventures. Remember the severed hand? The time I beat the guy up with his own hand.
I
Yeah,
remember when
well,
you killed a guy with somebody's head.
yeah. Oh, that was good. Well, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna set the hand down on the Merkel shrine and say my words, and then
We're priests
oh,
around this place.
over my shoulder, I'm gonna yell to Hera that sometimes you just gotta make an offering.
She had made an offering of toast, actually.
Oh,
So what's going on here? You aren't talking to us, so what is going on?
She's just gonna shake her head.
We are friends, are we not?
I can't talk about this with you.
Why?
She's just gonna shake her head and look away.
So
If it helps any, she looks both like really upset and like panicked and distressed, but also like there's kind of like a shame, like it's something she doesn't want to say, not because she doesn't want to tell you, but because she feels some sort of bad way about it.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to comfort her to get her to tell me, and I can't think.
I just didn't want you guys to think that she's just like straight up ignoring you guys. She's
Yeah.
not in it right now.
Kira, we can't solve the problem if you don't talk to us.
well, a good
She'll mutter later.
30 minutes pass And Torin, what would you like to do with this 30 minutes as you are outside of the shrine and kind of in the cold?
Kind of peeking through my spell book at the moment. As I'm literally looking through my spells.
Okay.
You just like sat on the ground out there, or are you standing up doing it? Crisscross applesauce?
Yeah. And it's cold, but I don't think it would bother me too much. Mm, Just kind of waiting for whatever's going on inside to sort itself out.
Well, eventually here we'll kind of just like get up,
As I
walk
said, I
out, and
would-
she'll kind of look at Torn and kind of come a little back to herself and say, "We need to get you to Waterdeep."
Hmm. You in a fit position to go?
It'll be better to keep my mind off of things. I'd like to start moving now, if we can.
Fair enough.
She's gonna kind of glance at your arm, and in concern.
Yeah, me too. It'll be fine. Torin always comes up on top.
You like being on top, Torin?
Who said that?
It's Kalessa around the corner.
Get out of my fucking head.
It's Kalessa poked her head around the corner of one of the buildings.
No, she was just out like where you were sitting. You were right by the grills outside where she's cooking.
She's hitting
Gotta
on you
beat the
again.
ladies off me with a stick. Back, I say.
Oh, you can bring the stick if you want. That won't make me stop.
Torn does like being the big spoon.
Where are those griffins? Griffs.
Finally, a reddish color appears in Torin's cheeks. Think it's But if you as you kind of make your way, or the lot of you make your way around the back side of the swinging sword inn into the stables that Kalissa has kind of or set aside for you guys, you do see all of your griffins cozy, curled up with each other in a large nest, kind of sleeping the day away, as they have been for the last couple of days.
Make that your sweet.
And before I make the map change and continue, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Same.
So I will be right back.
Huh, how do I add feats in Roll20 or
Oh, I actually
D&D
figured that
Beyond?
out. So if you go to like you just like your regular character sheet, like don't go to the manager or anything,
Okay.
and you go to features and traits,
Mhm.
scroll all the way down, and it'll say manage feats.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out for myself.
Hmm. Wow, Lucky seems interesting.
I would have liked to have another resilient. I would have put that in the com. It would have put me at 20 con, and then I don't have con as a saving throw, so I would have just been boosted up for that. Would've been nice.
What does Resilient do? Increase in ability score, gain proficiency on saving throws. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I remember last
Yeah,
time he gave
I'd
us
rather have
that.
resilient.
I took I think I took I forget if I took charisma or strength.
Hmm.
I think I took strength.
Well, I mean, shoot. If I ever get advantage on something and I get to roll 3 dice, am I using a luck point? Fine
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, I mean it'll be really nice.
Yeah, and you get to choose which of the d20s is used for what.
Mhm.
Oh, you can also make them Wait, hold on.
You could also fuck up an enemy's dice roll.
Yeah, choose whether the
Sure.
attack uses the attacker's roll or yours. Oh,
But I
cool.
think that relies on the luck of you rolling lower than they had rolled.
Yeah.
It's called lucky for a reason.
Yeah, what if you rolled a nat 20 on your set and then they nat 20 you because you rolled it?
Well, I mean, you can choose whether or not they use yours or their roll. Hmm.
And for cantrips, I have resistance and guidance. So if I'm not in animal shape, I'll be able to put that on you guys.
Before we head out, I will spend some time hyping you up best I can in my current state of mind.
The saddest hype man I've ever seen.
Yeah, saddest type man you've ever seen. So you're gonna get actually 14 points now of temporary HP.
Oh. Well, thank you, Hira. That was an oddly inspiring speech. Hmm. Thorin's looking pretty nice as far as HP goes.
I'm 126.
Nice. 72 on a wizard ain't too terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm at 70. I've done nothing but crappy roll for my hit points, but when I change, I get 125 for my bear, and then once he's done, I change back and get 70, and I can change back into him again and get 125. Go through that, get back into my elf, and still at 70.
Oh my god.
That's how that works. You can change in and out and just get max bear points again.
Yeah.
Yeah, druids are broken.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Ah, fuck my foot.
But anyways, while we're walking to the griffins, here after Hera hypes everybody up, she's gonna kind of be talking to Torn while we're all getting ready, and she's gonna say that she has a couple spells if she has the time to prepare that she could try to figure out what's going on with his hand.
How about it?
So she didn't prepare them for today, but
Ah,
whenever,
yeah, whenever.
yeah, tomorrow.
Assuming we don't get an immediate fix.
Yeah. Which, with our luck.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Massive city.
I see a Boris and a Wub token.
I love how big Waterdeep is.
Do you see the map itself, Zulia?
Yeah.
Okay.
To the north, you'll see Torn and Hera.
Oh yeah, I see them up there. Yeah, I scrolled out.
That's my house.
And we're gonna be putting you guys at the river
Oh,
gate.
someone's all the way down there now.
And
Oh,
here's
shit.
where I went to school.
You
He
got
wants to draw him all the way down there, all on his lonesome.
Okay, yeah.
Buy a drum.
Mm.
Why is Boris stretched out like that?
because my roll 20 fucked up.
You know, my house probably didn't get rebuilt.
How long does it take us to get here? A couple days?
By Griffin,
Mhm.
a day and a half.
Okay, well, whenever we stopped to take a rest, I would have changed my spells so that I could use Detect Poison and Disease and Detect Evil and Good.
Okay.
And I would have used those on Torrent.
All right.
I also would have taken, for a third level spell, I probably would have taken Dispel Magic. Ooh, and Remove Curse. And I would have tried those out on him.
Wow. I'm a little guinea pig.
Well, the good thing is, if you don't have a curse or any magic like that on you, then it won't affect you. But if you do, then it'll make you better.
So the question I have for that is, oh my god.
So those are those two.
Let me get these tokens corrected. Good God.
Thinking magically, I wouldn't think this would be poison.
Well, I wanted to try everything. These are just.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I would
Hazards,
think I would have thought a curse, but
possibly.
I would have used Greater Restoration.
You needed to. Oh, what does restoration do?
So, is that the entire reading of Remove Curse? There's no like level requirement or anything like that. So like,
Oh, that's what's in my spells. Let me look it up. Because I think I copied it directly. Like I looked it up and copied it.
right.
I would imagine that would be the.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, that's all it
Okay.
says.
Guess what just unlocked for me?
Hmm.
Reincarnate.
Really
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's all it says.
Okay.
You could look it up yourself. I don't know if you have a way of finding things better.
So the only thing that, or the only additional thing that I know is that there are certain curses that are up to DM's discretion.
Certain special curses may not be countered by the spell, or may be countered by a caster of a certain level or higher. It doesn't specify any further.
Mm-hmm. So,
This one stays.
Yeah, I'm guessing this one stays then. Just at your discretion.
I'll put it up to this. Torin, make me a what's it called? Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You'll get a +4 to that.
18.
Okay. So, one night of camping, and after kind of looking over this injury that you've been given, or this affliction that you've been giving, Hira kind of has a light bulb go off and reaches out and grasps your arm, and a swirling golden light kind of traces up to the top of your elbow, and the veins recede.
I grin at him and I hold up my hand for a high five.
I'll wait for a second to see if anything happens afterwards.
And as go ahead, sir.
Oh no, please.
I was just gonna say, do you maintain a grasp on the trident, or is it in a sheath?
I would probably try to keep it like not holding it so I can keep my hands open.
Okay, so it's sheathed. And
Yes.
do you have, or I'll ask you this directly: do you wish to maintain attunement?
For now.
So, as you begin to hear the whispers or start to recede, and the compulsion to hold this item, or keep it on your person, start to recede, you kind of, in the back of your mind, you wish to retain it, and you feel once again the whispers begin to come back. However, the physical affliction is currently gone.
But all Hira
Warren
knows
follows
is
through with the high five.
hell yeah. Let's say all Hira knows is the weird hand shit is gone. So she thinks she fixed it.
Oh, not bad, Ira.
I might have to keep that spell on hand in case you decide to touch any more cursed objects.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time.
Maybe refrain from touching that trident with your bare hand from now on.
Can't help it.
Hmm.
Just who
Use
I
protection.
am. I mean, admittedly, I did have the gloves on, but help they
When
did
you
not.
yeah,
Maybe you better
when you
double
pulled it out
glove
to
it.
show I forget what his name near
Mitrier.
Mitrier, you
Mm,
grabbed it with your bare hands.
No, he's always wearing those gloves.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you said that he.
I took my shirt off and
So those
my
gloves don't
coat.
do shit.
Yeah,
All
the
right, so
gloves
let's
stay
not.
on during
All
the
right, so
adventuring
let's
day.
not touch the trident at all until Mitrier can take a look at it. Let him get cursed.
That would just be funny.
I was about to say I feel like Torn would approve of that.
Well, sure. Could you grab this off my back? My hands are full.
Real funny. I've got a history with some of the professors down there.
Oh, so just
Mitrier and I have
hand it
beef.
out to them.
I mean, I could,
Hand it around.
but that almost seems malicious. My interactions with them were more juvenile. One of the professors there had a glass eye. Professor Gallus. He was interesting, so I took it. Yeah,
Could always get another one.
he could, sure. I don't know if this one was special to him, but I've got it somewhere in my pouch.
You still have it?
Of course I do.
Was it lucky or something?
No, it's just his. Just a
You should give it you
souvenir.
should like leave it back for him, but like write a note saying that like Mitchell did it or whatever. Implicating Mitchell.
I'm sure it's nice to see this again.
Alright, let's find Mitchell. So we can take a look at this trident.
I'm sure he already knows we're here, but
Okay, think he'll
he'll
give
be
us a lift?
expecting us. Oh, absolutely not. He's already gone out of his way once this week. So I'll start steering my hippogriff in the direction of the El Torchel Academy.
Okay. And if you guys want, you can make me some perception checks as you guys are flying over the city.
I'd love to. Great.
Oh,
How the
push.
fuck did I
Wow,
roll
we
the
are doing
highest?
good.
I've got a +0.
So, starting from the bottom, and now we're here. Torin, still kind of a little off or a little confused and kind of pondering the very recent events. You aren't really paying attention to what's going on down below you. Boris, you're having a bit of a time to get Murderface to fly you in the appropriate direction.
Oh, did we just leave his griffin behind?
Yeah, he used Murderface. Murderface is more than big enough to fly him now.
I'm just having too much fun patting Murderface.
Yeah,
Not really looking at the city.
he
Playing with his hair.
he's not trained to be a adequate steed at the moment, but you're working on it. Zoya, the biggest thing you notice is the unfamiliar smells. The As you're going over the different districts of the town, the trades ward, the dock ward, you're smelling things that are very unfamiliar to you. There's a very industrial kind of look to this town. However, very well kept. And you are also noticing that most of the bakers in each ward is on, or their chimneys are bellowing out this very dark black smoke. However, as you get closer to each one, they smell delightful, making all kinds of different or seeming to bake with all kinds of different spices, seasonal spices, and the entire town below is bustling with people in the streets. Hira, you notice much of the same things, and you also notice that there's a lot of people in the streets setting up for the winter solstice. Setting up these candle or multicolored candelabras, these giant fern trees that seem almost too big for the homes in each or in these areas. And as you get closer into the more wealthier districts, such as the Castle Ward, and up into the Sea Ward, where Torin and his brother stayed, you're noticing like decorations outside the house, or each of the homes, each one slightly different than the next. Some are at a seemingly at competition with each other. Across the street from one house that's well decorated is even more extravagant display of decorations. And as you guys fly over the city and begin to set yourself down in front of the El Torchel Academy, you dismount your hippogriffs in front of the gates, and once again, a image of Mitrier greets you. Well, rather prompt, aren't we? I would have figured a good 4 or 5 more days before I would have seen you lot.
Well, there was an urgent matter that we wanted to attend to.
I'm so glad you came promptly. And he's going to kind of glance over here and, give her a kind of a coy look. And you don't seem okay. Is everything all right?
She's just kind of deflect it and say, well, Torn was having a problem with his hand here. They used to remove curse and that seemed to work, but we think the trident may be cursed.
Huh.
We were hoping you could take a look at it. She's all business right now.
The light and shining armor, if you will. Surprising that Mr. Kularov has been able to find himself with such such an interesting group. Like when I first saw you and became of your acquaintance, I was not surprised, to say the least. But now that these defeating a Hydra, or at least sending it back, that's noteworthy of all of you.
We seem to be a magnet for these kind of situations.
Not a day goes by where we aren't in some kind of pickle.
Well, come on in. And as he kind of gestures towards the lot of you, the doors kind of creak open. And this time, Torin, the decor of the El Torchel Academy is very different than what you remember. Upon reconstruction, apparently Mitrier has taken upon himself to kind of redecorate. Gone are the sigils of all the different schools of transmutation. In its place is the El Torchel Academy's sigil right in the center of the foyer. And you do notice some of the students kind of walking through have, rather than their prim and proper uniform that you became accustomed to while you were a student here, is replaced with just a simple cloak, and each person in their own individual attire. However, the magical aura in this area is almost intimidating. And as you're walking through these corridors, being led back to Mitrier's office, the students seem much more capable than they were before. New faces, new aptitudes in different means, and some schools of magic that were often even kind of chastised or even made a mockery of are in open practice in certain or the new halls of the El Torchel Academy. But making your way through.
Not sure what changed when we get a chance to.
So walking through and asking, the image is going to turn and he's going to give a slight shrug, and change is good sometimes. And there's necessity in all magic, as I'm sure you've discovered. And I fear the last time we were caught off guard, and I don't want that to happen again. So we've become more accepting. We, for the first time, have accepted a lot of students from the Dark World. Never would I have thought that that would ever be a thing. But some show great magical prowess, and even if they don't show any aptitude for the arcane arts, they are astute and are thirsty for the knowledge. Some of the best spell weavers that I've ever seen. If we've gotten so used to our old ways of casting fireballs that some of them have taught us new ways of weaving magic. And so, here we are.
Well, this is great, actually. Fantastic. I take it the real you is sitting in your office.
Yes, of course.
Is he standing in front of the door?
At this point that you ask, the image has made or led you through the halls, and yes, you are now all standing in front of his door.
Okay. I'm just gonna reach through the image.
As you do, he's gonna chuckle, and then as your gloves kind of glow and dispel the image.
Well, I'm sure we can all pack in here. Might be standing room only.
I'll fit. Yeah, I'm fine with standing. I actually don't like to sit. It's not easy all the time in the armor.
Hmm. Well, is there anything unique that I see as I open the door?
You see a very different office than what you saw once before, where it was a crammed uh, dean's office, strewn or in a very disheveled unorganization. There's now a large, almost like what would you call it? Rather than a small office, it's an actual like large room, um, with walls or all four walls, even the ones that you just entered, are lined with manuscripts of or magical texts, and the in the center of the large room, underneath or above, sitting above the El Torchel Academy symbol etched into the stone floor, is Mitrier's desk, and he's gonna kind of glance up at you. That wasn't very nice.
It's funny.
Blame me, I've been feeling a little blue.
Ha! Ah, I get it. So, may I see it?
Um, you may, but I would advise you not to touch.
Ah, that's what they all say. Taking more of a
Boris is undoing his cod piece.
not that, Boris. I am.
Oh.
I will admit
Alright.
I'm in a much more jovial temperament since the winter solstice is finally here, but I'm not in that much of a jovial mood, sir.
Usually when I see it, that's what I. Okay.
Now, if you want, we do have many hands, if that's what you wish.
Hmm.
But as you set the trident down on the on his desk, he already has a book very similar to the one that he slipped to you, uh, opened and turned to the proper page. And well, dear boy, it seems like, as your companion has said it, you have found yourself in quite the pickle.
There's certainly brine involved.
Oh, I can tell. This thing reeks of the ocean. Now,
Why did you want to see it in the first place?
as all wizards, we're intrigued by things, especially of this caliber and its significance.
You've got me there.
And you said this is what was used to open the door to allow Hydra in to our realm?
That's how I and my companions here understand it.
Huh.
We all saw it with our own eyes, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, we did.
And I'm sure you've read through this pretty thoroughly. As for the orbs, is this used for their creation, as it as we theorized before?
I believe so.
Mm.
although it can't be used by itself.
So the flooding of Waterdeep, bringing those orbs that you brought, those orbs that you brought to me, those were definitely of malicious intent.
Undoubtedly.
Hmm.
We've been dealing with some rather nasty individuals.
Have you any leads on the other ones? If this one,
Mm,
it seems to do exactly what our texts say it does. Theory is confirmed. Well, thank you, Mr. Kularov. We appreciate that, but that does open up even more questions. You said hurricanes before, earthquakes, even firestorms? Or wildfires?
that would be correct. These groups, of which I've only seen two, I think my companions here might have seen a third. If they're anything like this group of water cultists, they're looking to bring elemental planes to the material plane.
Hmm.
At least that's my somewhat informed opinion. Now, I'm fairly certain we've destabilized the earth and water cults, but there are two other elements. I believe Hira here knows more about the fire group.
Not much.
We did
I
visit
think.
them before, right?
Yeah, they burned down an outpost uh of Tyr. A lot of Tyr worshippers were there. It's where the Mitrabar delegation was on their way to,
Mm,
but didn't show up to. And we'd gone there and talked to the people, and then we'd gone to, to see who we could retrieve from, I think, the Earth cult. I don't even remember which cult it was, to be honest. At the monastery, and when we came back, the place was burning down from a orb of devastation that was tuned to fire. And we at that one campsite south of Feathergale Spire, we ran into an empty campsite. And we went down into the basement, and we fought like a guy and some elemental down there, I think.
Which,
I don't know if we've done anything to really destabilize them.
oh,
Like, I don't think
maybe not the fire group, but I'm sure we've destabilized both the water and the earth
Yeah,
cult.
I think the earth and the water cult that the water cult for sure destabilized. The earth cult could probably still get back on its feet. We didn't. I don't think we defeated their leader or anything, but they're. I think they're
Ah,
pretty scattered for now.
that does remind me of something. The entire reason I was there, they seem to have some sort of relic like this one. I'll point to the trident.
Let's go.
Hmm.
Let's go back, get that,
Didn't we
wipe them
retrieve
out.
that? That was
Unfortunately,
that was
we weren't
Tyr's
able to
hammer.
retrieve it. My accomplice here, Miss Hira, uh, gave it away.
It didn't belong to us.
Here, wait, what? Who did you give it to?
I gave it to Tadriel to give to Tyr.
Oh,
So it was Tyr's hammer.
oh, okay. And now Tyr doesn't have anything to do with you. So
She's gonna look like you just literally just like slapped her. and she's gonna go very very quiet. She has a
It's like
very she looks very upset.
wonderful, wonderful Boris Grisma. Let's just keep going on with it. Well, we could just, go get it back, right? We can just, sure, sure, we'll go. Yeah, things will be fine.
Potentially, I'm not sure how stealing a relic from a deity would go.
Hira has a very dark look on her face at the mention of this.
Hmm. Well, the point I'm trying to make is that these
Stealing.
items are being collected by these groups of cults. We've already seen what they can do with time. So, assuming I don't have any long-lasting ramifications from dealing with that old Hydra or this Trident, I think it'd be in our best interest to find out any other activity in the area.
Well, I'd have Mitchir look you over. I mean, I'm not exactly an expert
Oh, of course, of course.
in curses.
I'm sure he didn't have us come here to have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you want something, right, Mature?
Hmm. Ever the astute one. We would enjoy you know what? If you can bring us these relics, we'll study. Just to confirm what's in this text as he taps the book that sits in front of him. Of their existence, of their uses, maybe the locations of these gateways.
Hmm.
I would say they're in safe enough hands. If you lot held on to them.
I think the hammer's pretty safe in Tyr's hands. And I will not be party to any excursion to get this item back.
Hmm.
You never know. Circumstances may change. But give us some time to think it over, Mature.
Please do. In the meantime, he's gonna hold his hand out to you and kind of gesture for you to do the same with your afflicted hand.
I will comply.
He's gonna look kind of astonished as you hold out a uh, hand with no noticeable markings. Hmm. It was a lot worse whenever it was. It was a lot worse whenever I first sent my image to see you.
I used remove curse on it. I tried to help.
And he's gonna glance back at Torin like, did that seem to help?
Oh, yes, very much so. No more barnacles, no more blue skin.
And if the
I just
other
I just fear if he touches it again, he'll get the same affliction.
hmm.
Well, I suppose we could find out.
Kira's gonna roll her eyes.
Maybe in a more academic environment.
Hmm. Well,
Dude,
If anybody's gonna test out if it'll keep cursing you or not, I'll do it.
I was gonna say, would it do it if I touch it? Like, and then yeah, it would do it to me if I did.
The strangest thing is, I think we all touched it when we were down in the cavern,
You attempted to.
and it started to freeze our hands, so we had to release it. You were only able to touch it because you had your gloves on, but you're the only one who got cursed. But we all touched it.
Hmm.
What does that mean?
Interesting.
I'm sure it has something to do more with the item itself rather than being able to wield it.
Maybe it means that it's tricked him.
I don't like the sound of that.
For all we know, the one that held it before you could have been as normal as you, Torin.
That's a thought.
Didn't I make a joke about you getting the Dark Shadowkeel hand?
You did indeed. It's starting to seem less and less like a joke.
It would look kind of cool. Not sure it would be popular with the ladies though.
Crab hand wizard.
Hmm.
My new catchphrase. It's Lobster Fest. Hmm.
Well, we do have an inkling.
Inkling.
You said you've heard of two of these other cults, possibly a third. What was this third?
There was a fourth, isn't there? That we heard rumor of, but we haven't actually. I don't know if we've met any or seen their place yet.
And what were they?
Um, there was the cult of the Black Earth,
Hmm.
the cult of fuck me, dude.
We've got the Eternal Flame,
And
the
the
Howling
crushing
Hatred that we
wave.
haven't met with.
Wasn't it crushing wave or something?
The
That was
ones
the
we've
water
just
one we just.
dispatched.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm. Well,
Two more, potentially a fifth. Potentially.
There was a howling air,
Hatred.
howling hatred.
hmm.
Hmm. Torin will hold his tongue.
What was the fifth one?
Ah, they had a specific name.
It was one that apparently had members from all four of the elemental cults, and they just kind of like I don't know.
They were special in a way.
Yeah.
Ah, my journal doesn't go back that far, unfortunately. I think it got wiped from my Roll20 journal.
Prime elemental.
Oh, that's what the symbol is, but they had a specific name.
Oh, that's all I have.
Yeah. Hmm.
If you would like to make an intelligence check, I can.
I'd love to. What I get? Oh, it's okay.
Torin remembers it pretty well. Kira, it's on the tip of your tongue. The Fane, the Stain. And Torin, you finish off with Fane of the Elemental Evil. Or Fane of the Elemental Eye, sorry.
Sounds
That'd be
fun.
the one. Elemtal. That's how I spelled it. Hmm.
Well, I'm sorry we can't be much more help. But we do have a the magical presence that we felt all the way here in Waterdeep, but right before we found you. We've been noticing similar feelings.
Have you been able to track those down like you tracked us down?
We have. And he's gonna glance over at Zuya. You're from the Crypt Gardens, yes?
Yes.
Hmm. You might be familiar with close to this area. Because it's awfully close to your forest. And I do apologize for digging without making proper acquaintance. My name's Mitria. I'm the dean here at this academy. So I hope you understand whenever I know more than I should.
At least you had sense to make your apology.
He's gonna kind of smile a little bit and if you will, if you do decide to make your way there, he's gonna hand you, Zuya, a letter. Take this to your circle. I'm sure they would want to hear from us. We from time to time communicate between one another.
Zuya takes the letter and puts it in his. He takes it and tucks it away.
Alrighty.
Well, it seems as much of a lead as anything else.
Mm.
I'm sure you must be worried about your forest, Zuya.
Always.
Can you mark on a map the other places you sensed these disturbances?
Only one at the moment, but yes. And the moment he pulls out an entire map of Faerun, you do, and the Dasarian Valley, Zulia, you recognize the Crypt Garden Forest immediately, and he puts a small or a large black circle over the area, and it's astonishingly close, like almost, or the circle itself actually takes over part of the forest. We didn't get an exact reading, so I can't tell you exactly where to go, but there's about 150 kilometers inside this area that we've been getting spikes. And
Sounds worth checking out.
it might be in all of our best interest to find it.
I'll find some bug spray. That would have been funny if Love was here.
He's gonna be thrilled.
Well, but here, if there's anything else you'd need from us, I'm sure you know how to contact us.
Oh, I do?
That you do.
Reverse space for sure. I mutter off at a distance.
I'll grab the trident and bid farewell to our good dean.
And making your way unaccompanied back through the academy, you exit into the city streets of the Sea Ward. And that is where we will end our session tonight.
Excellent.
Feels good to step back into the wizard shoes.
I don't know, you guys probably heard me referring to Hera as Ryra. Like 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah. Good to be back.
Yes, we will be making this a quite regular thing again. What the heck? What in the world just happened? Well, I'm going to end the stream right there.